Karnataka Employers Association, KEA.
Mr. Azim Premji, who with great foresight turned Wipro from edible oils to IT just as the computer age was entering India, continued to chart the growth of Wipro. He firmly believed that businesses have a responsibility to employ ethical, fair, and categorically sensitive business practices and to engage with fundamental societal issues. Azim Premji's foundation and his staggering philanthropic work and charity in education, human development, and other areas is known across the globe. In our hearts, this is the foremost reason for a special claim for us to greatly admire and respect him and therefore be the chief guest of KEA Diamond Jubilee celebrations today. The labor relations role, which is the main area of competence of Employers Association, has been carried on efficiently by KEA over the decades. KEA has all along taken up intricate issues of the employer members and successfully guided them. KEA operates as a guardian of the industries. In relation to grievances of employers, KEA has made effective and fearless representation to the government and obtained adequate redressal. The underlying intent of KEA's relentless efforts over the years is to achieve ease of doing business. We always say that if the existing industries function smoothly and if there is harmonious industrial relations, more investment will come to Karnataka and generate more employment. This is one of the objectives of Karnataka Employers Association. We in the KEA value our members who are the solid foundation on which the association functions. We are constantly encouraged by the presence of our members who always support KEA initiatives in large numbers. As you can see today, up to 500 people have gathered here. I propose to thank all the members of the association for their encouragement. I am proud to say that more than 50% of our members are long-standing members of many decades.
Commemoration of the Diamond Jubilee of KEA.
How you have seen in the last 1 hour how glorious the past of KEA has been and how brick by brick P.C. Prabhakar sir built it what it is today. More than anything, the goodwill and the bandwidth which Prabhakar sir and the team has created in the past is phenomenal. And to my knowledge, no other employers association specializing especially in the field of HR and labor related issues comes close to what services KEA has rendered. KEA has also ensured that the three stakeholders of this entire ecosystem, which is the employers, the unions, and the government, are taken into confidence for any issues which affect the business. And this was demonstrated by KEA during the difficult time of COVID, when I recollected in the midst of the COVID, we had went and met the then Chief Minister, and there were certain pressing issues, and which were immediately attended by the Chief Minister's office. We had this brainstorming that what next our journey would be. We went to Singapore. We spent and studied what SNEF has been doing. And not only SNEF, we studied the working of all the three pillars of the ecosystem: the SNEF, the National Trade Union Congress of Singapore, and the Ministry of the Manpower.
Respected and dear Mr. Premji, my dear father, Mr. B.C. Prabhakar, the dignitaries on the dais, and all the distinguished guests who are present here today, good evening. It is a tremendous honor for me to be here on this august stage on the occasion of the significant milestone of both KEA and Mr. Prabhakar. As Mr. Raj Pillai mentioned, for the last several months, we've been entrenched in these efforts. After considerable brainstorming and deliberations, we came up with a strategy that entails 3 R's: relevance, reach, and raise. With these 3 R's, we hope to make KEA more vibrant for the next 60 years. So, in this next phase of KEA 2.0, as we call it, there will be a renewed thrust on training and awareness, and it will continue to be the cornerstone of what we do. This is what Mr. Prabhakar and Mr. D.R. Nagaraj have always said and done in the earlier days of KEA. We will amplify and accelerate these efforts and look to again actively collaborate with our apex bodies, EFI and AIOE, as well as the ILO. So KEA, as a catalyst in the industry, has been an influencer in effecting policy changes. And as enablers of change, we will continue to rally in the interest of employers. Thank you.
It's an honor and a pleasure to be able to address you. I'm very embarrassed and humbled with the felicitations for just doing my duty. Let me start by commending Prabhakar, BCP, for his significant contribution to building this association. I think he's worked relentlessly, committed, and without any question of his personal time, to give his first priority to the association, like he always does for everything which he does. He has played a crucial role on the evolution, growth, and the stability of the association. KEA now has more than 750 members, and it should be very proud of the fact that it has these members and it is keeping on growing its membership. I think there are very few associations in the country which have the number of members which KEA has. Third, I think there's such a spirit of partnership which is even more urgent with the global changes facing us is possible, or let us consider what is called platform-based gig work. That is part-time workers, which is now increasing as a total share of the workforce. And the experience of companies with gig work is that it gives you a lot of productivity, a lot of flexibility, and a lot of delving into talent which you do not have within the company. On this important day, I have great pleasure in unveiling the plaque. It has been an honor for me to do that. I'm certain that KEA will continue to promote workplace cordial relationships following its 60 years of track record. I wish KEA every success as it marks this Jubilee year, Diamond Jubilee year, and look forward to a long-lasting and productive partnership with KEA. Thank you very much for having me here.
Ellargu namaskara, good evening. An association like KEA has been able to survive for the last 60 years. It's all because of you, your members. We are very grateful to you, all the members, for being able to enable us to come to this stage. I have closely worked with Mr. Prabhakar for the last 50 years and seen how he toiled to create a brand for KEA. When we used to conduct last 2 years Zoom-based workshops, discussions, the moment we sent the circulars, the numbers used to exceed 100. When many other people, including at the all India level, were suffering even to get 20, 30 people, KEA as a brand, without any pressure, we used to get more than 100, 200, 300 nominations. Friends, it is now time to bring down the curtains.